Nationwide, almost 115 million pigs are slaughtered every year just to fulfill the 46 pounds of meat that each American eats annually. This information is coming from naturescience.com. If you are one of these killers, I'm going to assure you now that it's never too late to change these crude eating habits. Not just for the sake of these innocent creatures, but the sake of your own body. It all started when I became a pig owner. When you own a pig, it can really change your perception on bacon. And after a countless amount of research, I decided to never go back to pork ever again. I understand this transition to a porkless life is going to be very difficult. However, there are so many substitutions out there that can help you. These animals are crying for help, and they need us. After the facts, I may have you questioning why we even started to eat pork altogether. I mean, even coming from the Bible, God had told us not to eat pork. Change may be scary, but I'm telling you right now, after these facts, nothing is going to be more scary than the meat market. I'm sure you've heard of all the diseases such as E. coli, staph, and salmonella, and how they all get you sick. Well, I'm sure you didn't know that they're found in pork. Actually, 70% of the pork meat that has come from U.S. industries, according to the Forbes back in 2012, contains at least one of these diseases, these viruses. And these don't even account for all the bacteria found in the bottom of the cages. I mean, these pigs are born and raised in a cell that they can't even turn around in. Doesn't get cleaned. The throw up stays in there for weeks on end. Outside of the factory is even worse. Our environment is calling for our help, and there's nothing no one is doing about it. A city of 12,000 people equals the amount just one pork factory produces. PETA.org says it's literally one of the most treacherous leading factors to water pollution. I think we can all agree that pork fat is an extremely fatty meat. This is because this is the way they are raised. Generation to generation, they are only trying to make them bigger, fattier. More meat means more money. And in order to do this, they feed these pigs antibiotics. Now, if you don't know anything about antibiotics, well, the more that you give viruses antibiotics, the stronger they're going to become. So where do you think these diseases are coming from? These are the viruses that are getting stronger and stronger, and they're entering our bodies. You are letting this company feed you viruses, bacteria that we should not be eating. There are so many pork substitutes out there that your excuse for stopping bacon is totally invalid. I mean, not just veggie bacon, or turkey bacon even. You have veggie patties, there's fake pork meat, there's pretty much fake anything at this point. It's a healthier choice for you because there's not going to be that meat fat in it. There's not going to be those GMOs, those diseases that the pork carries. By staying away from these terrible meats, you are not only going to find that you're going to have more energy, but you're going to feel better because you are saving the lives of these pigs who are tortured day on end. So now let's talk about the myth, sweating like a pig. So what exactly does it mean to sweat like a pig? Well, hypothetically speaking, it means that you're pretty much sweating to death. However, realistically speaking, pigs don't sweat at all. They actually only sweat at the tip of their snout. So what does that mean exactly for us? Well, it means that you are actually consuming all pig sweat. Every time you eat ribs, bacon, any of that, anything that was supposed to be excreted from the pig's body, it was not. And pigs are actually very clean animals. The only reason they roll around in mud is to cool off. And that, to me, is actually a pretty great form of intelligence. With high-level intelligence comes strong levels of emotion. Just like you and me. We have brains, they have brains too. Do you not think that they can feel these feelings? When they get separated from their mother at birth? When these pigs are grabbed by their back legs and slammed on the ground to be killed because no one wants a pig with a disease. The runts, or these sickling piglets, are placed in kill carts. What are kill carts exactly? Kill carts are actually pressurized CO2, which prevents them from breathing. That, or they just put them in a cage with such overpopulated pigs that they end up getting trampled by. These piglets are neutered by hand. They don't even use antiseptics on them to stop these emotions, to stop the pain that these pigs are feeling. I know this is a lot of surprising information to you, as it was for me when I was reading it. And this is really what stopped me from eating pork. I just couldn't do it anymore. The truth about these meat factories, the truth about these pork factories is so disturbing that I will never buy meat again. And if this isn't enough information, I challenge you to watch Pig Farming on the internet. More facts are just going to bombard your brain and going to get you to stop eating pork, to switch to a healthier lifestyle for your body, for the animals. Just be aware of what you're eating. Whether it's pork, whether it's vegetables, whether it's soup. Look into the facts. Do the research on it. So I'm a pig lover, but you don't have to be a pig lover. In order to be healthy and to save yourself, I just challenge you to look into it. Look into these meat factories. See what they were using, what chemicals they are using, what antibiotics they are feeding their animals. Do you want to put that in your body? Don't let these corporate pork industries take your money. Find these alternatives. Support the alternatives. They're helping you and they're helping the pigs, so why not choose the healthier option? Your diet can save these pigs who are getting abused every single day as we speak. Make the better choice.